What's up YouTube, it's Shadow Corrupt here with another video, and today for you guys I got my Dino Rabbit deck. Yeah, so let's get started here. So first we got a standard 3 Rescue Rabbits, of course, for the Dino engine. Next we have the 3 Sabersaurus, and then the 3 Cabazools. Of course, there you have the main heart of the deck. 3 Rescue Rabbits, Cabazools, and Sabersaurus. And next we have 3 Jurak Waiba. A lot of people don't understand why this card is really good in Dino Rabbits. Of course, a lot of people do run this card, a lot of people don't run this card. There's a lot of controversy between this card. It does poorly against heroes and does very well against Insectors and maybe sometimes against windups. So I like to run it. So yeah, there you go. Here's all the Dino cards in the deck. Next we have 3 Tour Guide from the Underworld, of course, to give you that wonderful Levier engine, or the ability to make a Zen mains or a drum tempo or whatever. Just pretty standard in the deck. Next we have Sangan, of course, for Tour Guide. 2 Effect Veilers. I feel like Effect Veiler is very important in the main deck just because you really want to win your game 1. Other people prefer to main the Max C, but I think this card's a lot more effective against most matchups, at least. 1 Gores, Protection, and Secret Tech card, Grand Kappa. Not a lot of people know about this card, so I'm just going to give you a sec to read the effects. Oop, out of focus. Yeah, basically it's flip up, select 2 face up spell trap cards on the field and destroy them. So it's a pretty good card. I mean, you set this, your opponent's expecting a Sangan, so they might not attack it, or if they do attack it, you can just hit their back row, you know. And they're just like, oh no, why did I attack that card? Well, it's too bad. Next we have 3 Forbidden Lance. I was a bit skeptical at running 3 first, but I talked to my friend and he told me 3 is really good because your opponent Torrentials or your opponent Mirror Forces, you know, you don't want to lose the bulk of your monsters, so you have the ability either to save your monster, which is really good, or if you're attacking with Guaiba, you know, like against heroes or something, you can run over that alias by just reducing its attack. So really good card in the deck. It's pretty standard for the build. Next we have the staples, 3 MSTs. I'm comfortable with running 3 just because you really want to draw it in your turn 1 so you can kind of go off and not have any interruptions. Next we have Pot of Avarice, of course, just so you can recycle your deck if need be. Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, of course, the staples, Mind Control, Dark Hole, Book of Moon. So you got the spell line up there. Next we have the traps, which consist of this, which is Starlight Road, Venus Chain, Compulse. I don't like running 2 to 3 Phoenix Chains. I think 1's okay, especially with a lot of heroes amidst. Like, this card really sucks against heroes. You can't really do anything with it. I mean, you can hit their Shining, but half the time you can't even target Alias with this because Alias is treated as a normal monster. And yeah, so I added in the Compulse just because this is such a great multi-purpose card. If you don't run this card in your deck, I don't know. I would consider it just because it's a really good card. So we have the Solemn Brigade, of course, and 2 Torrentials. So that's the main deck there for you guys. You can see I'll lift it up. You can look at the bulk of it. Alright, next we can move on to the extra deck. So of course we have the standard Dino summon cards, 2 Dolkas, and 2 Lagias. Mainly because 3 Lagias didn't really fit my extra deck. I really needed to make extra room for a card I'm going to show you in a little bit, so yeah. 1 Wind Up Zen mains, of course, Protect Yourself. 2 Leviers. Oh. Only 1 Levier here. Huh? Give me a sec. There's the second Levier. Sorry about that. So 2 Leviers. Yeah, pretty standard. You lose your first one, you most likely will want to make 2 if you're playing Dino Rabbits. Next we have Leviathan, Giga Brilliant, Acid Golem, just pretty much standard rank 3s. Giga Brilliant, probably one of the best cards ever created, I'd say, for Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because it helps you push for game so many times, so it's just like, oh, helpful as hell. Maestroke, this card came out fairly recently, so most of you probably won't know what it does, but you can read the effect. Once per turn, you can detach one exceed material from this card to target one face-up attack position monster. Position monster, change it to face-down defense position. If a face-up Djinn monster you control would be destroyed, you can detach one exceed material from this card instead. So basically, this card is like a Gachi Gachi and a Tsukiyomi. Sorry, yeah, like a Tsukiyomi in one. If you don't know what Tsukiyomi is, it's this card right here. I prepared it before the video just because I knew you guys would probably be wondering what the hell it does. But this card is banned, by the way, so don't consider putting it in your deck. You can't use this card, but you can use this card because this card is not banned. I think this card is better than Tsukiyomi, now at least, because Tsukiyomi is pretty weak. This card's 1800 beater. You can just flip your opponent's monster face down and attack. So it's like craziness. Next we have the Utopia and Utopia Ray, of course, staples in any deck running rank 4s. And the Fusion and the Synchro here, Stardust Dragon and Chimera Tech. Chimera Tech is for windups mainly, summon the Zen mains, or anyone running Zen mains. I can just pop a Cyber Dragon out and God deck Fuse Stardust Dragon for the Starlight Road. Okay, next I'll move on to the side deck. So first we got 1 Maxi. I could run 2, but I really feel like your wind-up matchup doesn't have to depend on this card. This is exactly the reason why I main the 2 Veilers, because Veiler is just as potent as Maxi is against wind-ups, because you Veiler their Zen Mighty, they're kind of screwed. I mean, they just got a Zen Mighty there sitting on the field, so what the hell are they supposed to do? Cyber Dragon for the wind-up matchups, or people who run machines. 2 Snowman Eaters for those heroes, and Dino Rabbit mirror match and whatever, you know, rogue decks. I like to attack a lot. 2 Chalice, really good card. I really like this card actually. It's pretty let out of the bag with this card. I mean, a lot of people don't consider this card, but it's like a watered down Fiendish Chain, you know. So if you don't have it in your side deck, I would consider picking these up while they're still fairly cheap, because the price is most likely going to go up. 2 Smashing Grounds, of course, for the Dino Rabbit mirror match and the heroes, you know, good aggro against the heroes decks. And then Deep Prison, the same idea. 2 Macrocosmos, not Shadow Mirror, 2 Macrocosmos instead. So what I feel with like Shadow Mirror is that yes, it negates the effects, but Macrocosmos will banish their cards, and that's really good because you don't want them getting back, especially Grapha. If you banish their Grapha, you're set, because Grapha can't come back when it's banished. So it's pretty good, really good against the Zectors too. 2 Royal Decree. Pretty much if I'm playing a deck with heavy traps, aka heroes, I just side out my traps. I didn't roll decrees and other stuff, and you know, just go all out. And 1 Bottomless for the Dino Rabbit mirror match. This is really good. I really like using this when they summon their Sabersauruses or their Cavazools. Really banishes them, just kind of puts them in a shitty position, you know. So yeah. So that's the deck for you guys. Hope you enjoy the video and subscribe so I can post more content, more duels, probably pack openings, you know, matches, stuff like that. So just leave some feedback. Alright, thanks YouTube.